Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the final round of the 2024 Valhall Open, the first stop for the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour, proudly sponsored by Latitude 64. And thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. Every little bit helps, so we appreciate all of you. My name is Derek Scull, and we have Fritiof Fagergren with us yet again. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. I'm a little tired from the drive home, but I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, and here is another shout out to all the tour supporting partners here for the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. This is the second year running, and we're really excited to have them as a part of it. Let's take a look at our final round card.
Yeah, so here we got Anders Swärd leading the pack at 10 under par, me and Carl Falk 4 strokes behind, and then Hjalmar Fredriksson 5 strokes behind him. So we got some catch up to do if we want to beat this guy. So starting out, hole 1, 207 meter par 4. You want to hit the gap with a forehand as a righty or backhand as a lefty, skip up to have an upshot into the green, and you really don't want to miss left and long on this as there's OB on that side of the basket.
Hej, jag heter Anders Swärd. Har spelat discgolf sedan slutet av 80-talet. 88 och 89 någonstans. Min bror och hans kompisar spelade i bostadsområdet som vi bodde i. Och vi var jag och några kompisar som blev fast. Jag spelar fortfarande. Ja, jag har vunnit SM individuellt några gånger. Första gången var faktiskt 1994, så det är 30 år sedan i år. Och sen vann jag även 2022, så det var 28 år emellan. Det tycker jag ändå är lite respekt. Jag har vunnit några emellan där också. Sen har Västervik som lag vunnit lite lag-SM-guld. Sen har jag vunnit par-SM med 2 olika kompisar också, Marcus Källström och Jonas Helleblad. Sen har jag 2 EM-guld i Master 40. Senast i Ungern på EM så min kompis Jonas Helleblad från Västervik, han vann herrar 50 samma dag då, som jag vann 40. Och det är lite roligt att våra föräldrar bor fortfarande kvar på samma gata mitt emot varandra. Så vi har inte växt ihop tillsammans för han är lite äldre, men vi har ändå spelat ihop i 30 år. Så att det var en liten extra kul grej, måste jag säga. Jag tycker banan är jättesvår. Det känns som att den tar mycket, men den ger inte så mycket. Min plan när jag spelade övningsvarvet var egentligen hålla sig på banan, vara smart. Det låter supertråkigt kanske, men ja, det känns som att det är en sån bana. På den här Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour så kommer den till Västervik om 2 veckor. Så det ska bli kul att få spela på hemmaplan igen. Och hoppas att det blir ett bra arrangemang och mycket folk vet vi att det kommer. Så det är väl egentligen nästa stora. Det ska bli kul.
Some insight there from the legend Anders Swärd.
Yeah, so great to hear from such a long time period. I mean, 28 years between wins here, with many in between. So showing us yesterday that that experience comes with the talent.
Yeah, and as you can see right here, showing off his talent, such a good hyzer flip straight down the gap, and he's in perfect position to attack for the birdie.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to the folks at the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour for putting those vignettes together for us. It's really great to get a little bit more insight about some of the players that we're seeing on the coverage, letting the viewers get a little more behind the scenes on kind of the personalities behind these players. And so you were pretty much 2 for 3 here, as you didn't get quite the distance as we saw on rounds 1 and 2 here, but still right in the middle, so should be relatively routine, I would suspect.
Yeah, I'm happy with just hitting the gap a little low, but that's totally fine. So here's Carl Falk throwing a forehand with a first round gold. And it's just a little bit inside.
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate kick though, and the roll to the right is right into the first part of the rough, but he's gonna have something from there still.
And a familiar face here,
Yeah,
Hjalmar, back on the card. He was on our feature card for round one. Kind of fell a few places down on there, so it's really good to see him battle on moving day to get himself back here on the lead card. Lefty backhand, right up the gut.
yeah, just perfect. Not very generous with the skip there, but he's gonna be in a great position. This is a kakse from Carl. Flipping it over. And yeah, just hitting a branch right there. He's going to be trying to put that close for a par. And
Oh,
that's not what you want to do on the upshot.
no, a little turned over on the backhand there.
Yeah.
Oh, a little long there.
Yeah, yeah, that's totally fine. You can hear in the microphones, can't really tell in the video, but the wind is howling at us from left to right.
Yes, it
So,
was.
yeah, it was blowing. My bag like fell over because it was blowing so much.
Wow.
That's how bad it was these first couple of holes. So really, really tough conditions.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, Carl has had his jacket on and off a few times, obviously trying to shield himself a little bit from it.
Yeah, and that's a Ricoh X. That's a really, really stable putter, and he's just carried straight for him, lifted, and unfortunately he went out of bounds on that one. And there, Hjalmar's putter, he was just trying to lay that up.
Yeah, smart
Lifted
play.
on him a little bit, but yeah, I totally agree. These are great
Anders.
layup plays.
Yep, Anders doing the same. And we have Carl here
Yeah.
going for it and getting the lift, carrying it further away. So now he will be next to putt again.
Yeah, and this is a really stressful situation. You know, with the wind coming right to left, I'd say the layup play would have been the better option. But you know, he just went out of bounds. He wanted to salvage the bogey. I completely understand his thought process, but yeah, it's a rough start to the third round. Yeah, eating his medicine there. So he's gonna be tapping in a quadruple bogey 8. And here's Hjalmar, and this is like 3 meters. Hjalmar's a great putter, but still, like, taking his time and focusing on this putt because it can so easily just get out of hand with the wind being this strong. So, very happy with the par there.
Yeah, and hole one statistically was playing as one of the harder holes of the course.
Yeah, so par is good. Hole 2, par 4, 194 meters. Here you want to throw one down, fading right on a forehand, or turning over and holding that turn to get into position for a tight upshot into the green. And here the wind still coming from right to left, and with the slope going up the fairway, the wind is kind of coming from right to left, getting under the disc. So you really don't want to show the bottom side of the disc to the wind here.
Yeah, so really good choice that you're making here by sticking to the forehand hyzer, hiding the belly of the disc.
Yeah, and Hjalmar he needed a little bit more hyzer on that one. The wind just flipped that up, and that was a stable disc. Here's a kaksa, and you can see the wind just toying with it. This is a slammer for Hjalmar, just trying to lay up short of this OB here. He did so successfully, so he's going to be in a great position to get up and down for his par. Anders getting a little bit too much turn here, but gets caught up, so... Actually, I think that might have kicked. We'll see where he ends up. And this, yeah, he's
Yeah,
calling
also
for it
with
to.
a lot of drift there.
Yeah, he was calling for that to kick something, but just the wind just held it on the same line all the way.
And you unfortunately meeting another tree as well. But now going forehand, forehand, forehand. Drifting up here.
And here's Hjalmar into the green for par, and that's just perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Really well executed hole. In these conditions, par is just great. Unders with an elusive forehand, yet again, just hits a little bit of foliage there on the left side. That was looking really, really good. So we'll see if he has the, if he runs it or lays up to swallow the bogey.
Carl,
So-
we see throwing some foliage into the air to get that wind read, and it getting all over our camera person. That is an occupational hazard.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And there was one time actually he he was spitting down into the ground, and the wind, like, it came a gust, so the wind just lifted the spit onto me.
Oh,
So
no.
he accidentally just spit in my face on that hole as well. But yeah,
Oh,
he's
man.
a good guy, so no harm done. And this is a nervy putt with a right to left wind. He needs to put this on a great line to get it to lift into the basket.
Oh,
Does
he
so
does.
perfectly. Yeah, that's a great bogey save there from Carl.
And for those who are just tuning in, maybe they're just, kind of catching the final round here. If you take notice of what the base is that the basket is sitting on, that is an actual engine from a fighter jet.
So cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite little snippets from the course. It's really cool to see when, courses utilize some of that local history and local material to kind of build up and implement into it.
Yeah, very unique and very cool. Moving on here, hole 3, par 3, 96 meters. You have a choice from the tee here, going right side or left side gap. Hjalmar electing to go with the left side hyzer, and hitting some cage on that skip.
So I
Really,
reviewed
really nice
I
shot.
reviewed the tape when I was editing this, and it didn't actually hit the chain. It looked like that sound was actually from.
didn't?
No, it was from another basket nearby.
You think so?
Yeah, I reviewed little by little, and it was a little too low. It was about cage high.
Do you think it tickled the? Do you think it tickled the like the cage, the backside of the cage though?
I think it clipped the cage. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So close.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. These are some okay throws here. Everybody's gonna have a look.
Oof.
Yeah.
Good
Wanted
bid
that
though.
one. Yeah. Thank you.
And so
Anders
Anders just laying up.
Playing chess. Just he knows he has the lead. He doesn't need to be overly aggressive.
Carl hit tagging metal as well. And Hjalmar here with the birdie.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl is not getting the nicest of breaks these first couple of holes, so let's hope he gets the ball rolling here some fast. Yeah, Hjalmar is such a pinpoint accurate putter. We're actually pretty close friends, and we've been talking a little bit during the off season, but we hang out a lot during the season, and we're gonna stay together at Copenhagen and stuff. And we've asked him how much he's been practicing, and he's talking about practicing like 500 or more putts every day.
Wow.
That's the dedication you need. Hole 4, 125 meters, par 4, going through this gap into a really tight landing zone where you want to push it as close to the OB as possible to get a clean up shot onto the green. And here's also OB on the right side lawn of the basket. Hjalmar turning this over, but getting a really fortunate breakout to the fairway there.
Yeah, much better than being in the rough there. Very limited access.
Oh yeah, and Anders just... That's just really, really, really good throw. A little bit on the short side, but I think he's going to have a small gap to navigate through. That's what you don't want to do. A little bit inside. Here's a kaxet from Carl. Lifted in the wind a little bit. Kicked down into the fairway though, so no harm done yet. So here he's just trying to lay up in to the fairway there, and that's a great shot.
Yeah, right there on the corner. Should have a look from there.
Yeah.
Hjalmar. Yep,
that's
going
well.
in to the mouth of the hill there too. I do like the idea of the forehand roller to cut around that corner.
Yeah.
And without that stake there, you'd have been in by an inch. So I'm very sorry to see that.
A little unfortunate, but I had a clean look for the basket from there, so that's good.
Yeah, I liked the play.
And Anders just filleting this par 4. I think he actually got the birdie all 3 rounds, and it's a really impressive feat.
Hjalmar making that forehand look easy up that hill.
So good. Just Carl with the Jan. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, it's almost like you would prefer to play this hole a little shorter when coming into the green, just to prevent yourself from having a little bit of a death putt on that downward slope. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'd rather have the uphill putt. But he makes easier work of that putt, gets the par. And yeah, I think we're gonna see a birdie here from Anders, so he's gonna take yet another stroke to extend his lead. Hole 5, the Koenigsegg Island, par 3, 59 meters here. The MPO field wants to be inside of the inner circle to be safe. Everything else is hazard. So this is a really touchy shot, and Anders is going to show you how to do it. So good, so touchy with that shot.
yeah, and it was a nice smooth shot where we had mentioned it in the previous rounds that because of the short grass, it skips very heavily, so you could tell just by how it stopped once landing on that. He really did have a lot of touch.
Yeah,
Oh.
and as we can see there, Hjalmar just pumping it a little hard, and Carl a little low.
And we've seen the grenade 3 rounds out of you.
Yep.
And just there on the edge.
Yeah, it was safe by probably like a millimeter. I got a little lucky there, but yeah, I'll take it. He's just so good. Really, really nice putt.
Very smooth putting stroke for sure.
Yeah, straight in the heart. And I feel like he's tempoed down a little bit from last year as well, so it's great to see.
Nice birdie for you.
Yep. And Anders here to get yet another birdie. It's good. Yeah.
Sneaks it just above the cage, but in is in.
And right now he has a firm grip on this lead. 6 over both me and Hjalmar. And Carl unfortunately falling behind to even par right now. So we'll see if we can make a charge at this guy. Hole 6, 86 meters uphill, par 3. Here's a really nasty green for you. You really want to come in here with as little angle as possible and have a putt upwards to the basket for birdie. And we all were calling for this one to go in. He's on right now.
Great turnover shot there, just a little left.
So this shape is really difficult for a lefty without the forehand to pull off, as you need to go really tight with a hyzer flip. Hjalmar throwing a compass here, getting through on the left side to parked. Such great touch there. Carl with a kaxa. He gets this to flip over a little bit too much. Fortunate with staying on this side of the road though. It's not OB, but it would be really hard for him to be on the tree line on the other side and then try to hit a gap. And yeah, as you can see here, he could almost put his hand through the gap he was trying to hit, so makes the upshot a little easier. So good par there, and yeah, this is one of the more difficult birdies to get on the course, I'd say. So kudos to Anders and Hjalmar for picking this one up. Really well executed shots. So Anders keeps pecking away at his lead, and Hjalmar trying to stay close. See how it folds out here. I don't know why he did that. That disc flew great. But yeah, hole 7, 182 meters, par 4. Here you want to put it really tight to the Mando tree on hyzer and just get a little bit of flip up, but keep it on hyzer the whole way. Try to go through the early side of the gap, or the main gap here as Anders is trying to hit. We have a really hard right to left crossing wind, so it's going to push the discs far left and early left. And here's another really hard shape for Hjalmar to pull off. And yeah, really well executed. Great turnover shot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was heading OB, but fortunately I hit a tree on the OB line and stayed safe. So.
Oh, and another unfortunate turn of events here for Carl, missing the Mando.
Yeah, kind of getting to his head here. Let's see what he can do from this drop zone. It's a really difficult drop zone through all these trees, 115 meters, and that's just amazing. Really nice kaxa throw there from Carl.
This hole has been producing highlights throughout the weekend, and a little preview for everyone. Chris and myself were actually filming the FPO final card on, and probably one of my favorite highlights of the event happened while we were filming that, so stay tuned for that coverage coming soon.
Nice, yeah, for sure, don't miss it. Hjalmar with a pretty routine upshot there is going to tap in a birdie. And Anders puts himself 4 or 5 meters for the par. So good job there. Yeah, those are the misses that you can't be making if you want to make a push on Anders. Nice par there. And I don't know. I'm not sure about this, but I would guess that this is the only or one of the very few OB pars that you're gonna see on this hole. It's to miss the Mando and get the par on this one is just mind-blowing.
Yeah, like I said in round one, missing and then being able to recover from that miss is really a testament to that pro level of skill.
Yeah. Hole 8, 84 meters, par 3. Here you want to hit the gap and get a sharp turn right at the end of the flight to check up here early on the green so you don't skip long and because of the sloping on the backside there. Hjalmar's throwing this one high and he's gonna have a 12-meter death putt for the birdie. Let's see what he does. Anders changed his game plan from last round. He threw a P2 and now he threw a MD4 and he's just super parked.
Yeah, I was gonna say the correction worked just fine.
Yeah, it's a really hard backhand shape to pull off.
And you'll find yourself there on the backside of the slope, but having a good putt look as well.
Carl going with Guld. Yeah, spikes down just outside the circle.
Oh yeah.
And that's putts that are gonna help you get your confidence on this course. Man, he has a purpose. He's here to win. Really nice putt there from Hjalmar. It's crazy. I don't think I would have run that if I was there. He must have been feeling it. Like if he misses that, that's like a 12-meter comeback into the wind. So
uphill too.
Very very awesome. Oh yeah.
Nice solid connection here from Carl.
Man, these guys are just making it look so easy.
Oof. Tough break there. Looks like you got a little banded.
Really good birdie there for Anders. One of the harder shapes to pull off on with a backhand on this course. Hole 9, 89 meters, par 3. This is a sharp turn left, and you want it to keep pushing through the gap, landing on preferably the left side of the green to get a uphill putt on the basket. And Hjalmar throwing a turn over here. That's going to be a little bit short. We'll see if he has the balls to run that one too.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it had clipped a branch or something like that.
Yeah, Anders a little heavy on the turn. Hits a tree. It's gonna have a difficult approach from there. Carl going high with a kaksa. Lands about 15, 16 meters in the rough.
There you go. Keeping it close to the left there, allowing it to travel to the left side like you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And Anders putting it close, really important on this hole for the par putt. Hjalmar as well. And yeah, I like that Hjalmar laid that one up. Just there's a lot of holes to play, you know. He has time. Carl focusing up like he's trying to make this one. Oh, so close. Man, a little more height on that. That would have been a great birdie.
Good reaction, though. It could have been a lot worse being down that hill.
Yeah, for sure. Great par save there for Anders. And Carl and Hjalmar are gonna tap in their pars as well. So a very eventful front nine. Anders -3 tying Hjalmar. So I'm kind of falling behind here. Carl Falk has a lot to catch up but yeah, let's see if Anders can keep the lead going through the back nine.
And here's a quick look at the rest of our top 10 here as we go through that front nine before we take our big walk to hole 10. I want to thank all of the tour partners again for sponsoring the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour, and I want to thank all of you viewers for watching, and we will see you on the back nine of the final round of the 2024 Valhall Open.
We see us.